I have no intention of stepping down.
That right there, Indy Mayor on the defense. Now at 5, the action he took today to protect city workers and the reasons he says he did not make these changes sooner.
Multiple shootings across Indy. The frustrations police are expressing after another man lost his life.
We are tracking Francine this evening. Made landfall yesterday with max winds close to 100 miles per hour. Now it's down to 25 miles per hour, but it's only about 50 miles or so as crow flies to bring you showers to Indiana. What's our timeline for rain? We'll talk about it.
Well, tonight, Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett is laying out a plan to protect city workers when it comes to harassment. Good evening. I'm Felicia Lawrence.
I'm Dustin Grove in for Anne Marie Tiernan. Just hours ago, the mayor signed a proposal from the City County Council. It comes after several women who used to work for the city accused members of the Hogsett administration of sexual harassment. Our Karen Campbell was at the mayor's news conference.
She joins us live tonight after a very heated conversation with the mayor. It was tough to watch. Karen, can you fill us in on what else you've learned?
Yeah, Felicia and Dustin, you know, during that 30-minute press conference up on the 25th floor, Mayor Hogsett said he wanted employees to feel confident that they can report any claims of sexual harassment and that he hopes that this proposal helps create a safer workplace. Now, we know that right now there are currently 6 open investigations of sexual harassment going on, and this proposal the mayor signed does a few things. So it creates new reporting tools and training rules. It also creates a separate branch of human resources that will address sexual harassment and other discrimination-related complaints. A committee will also have the authority to subpoena documents and witnesses, and that includes Mayor Hogsett if he is called to testify. Hogsett was also grilled on his handling of sexual harassment allegations within his administration that date back to 2017 with his former deputy mayor Thomas Cook at the forefront. Hogsett didn't answer questions about why Cook was asked to volunteer on his re-election campaign after the allegations surfaced. Take a listen to this.
We were not made aware until 2023 of the complaints of Caroline Ellert. And once that investigation was completed, Mr. Cook was told he was not to have any more involvement at all in my campaign for re-election, and that any contractual relationship he had with the city of Indianapolis was terminated.
Hogsett kept saying that Thomas Cook had no supervisory authority while volunteering for his re-election campaign. However, at one point he did say today that Cook oversaw Hogsett's campaign manager. So a little different story than what we've heard in the past. So I also asked the mayor if he plans to step down. He affirmatively said no. I also asked the mayor how he plans to restore faith in those Hoosiers who feel that they have no confidence in his ability to lead. And he said he plans to do that through hard work. Dustin, Felicia.
All right, Karen Campbell reporting live from downtown Indy. Karen, thank you so much.
Also tonight, a man is under arrest accused of stabbing and strangling a man at the Indiana Convention Center, killing him.
Court documents reveal the victim was working at the convention center at that time and at that night when it happened. And those documents went on to outline police interviews with witnesses. Investigators say one witness told them the suspect beat the victim before strangling him with some type of cable or a wire.
The witness told police the suspect then said, quote, "Yeah, I kill him and didn't kill no one else, just him. He deserved it. He had a knife in his hand."
The witness also told police they did not see any weapons on the victim. They also told police the suspect threatened to kill them as they followed him.
I can't fathom what everyone's going through, and it's just disappointing. It's disappointing to see that that's what we resort to is gun violence.
Well, IMPD officer says they are fed up after a violent night with multiple shootings in Indy, and that violence unfortunately continued today.
And that includes another shooting early this morning, which ended in a man's death. Now police are searching for his killer after taking one person into custody and then releasing them.
Sia New Yorker spent the morning at the scene and shares the new details she's learned about the investigation.
Just before 5:15 Thursday morning, Metro Police say they were called to Maple Creek Apartments on West Michigan Street near Holt for reports of shots fired. When officers arrived, they found a man suffering from gunshot wounds and he was pronounced dead. Police say they located one firearm at the scene. Detectives detained one person of interest, but they were released after questioning. Now police are still searching for the shooter. They tell me it's been a violent few days.
This is, again, just violence that's tragic. These families continuing.
Investigators spent the morning going door to door and gathering evidence. They're hoping someone has ring cam or surveillance that can help them get answers. A worker that did not want to be identified on camera told me Metro Police stopped by here Wednesday to get surveillance footage from this store for an incident that happened across the street at Maple Creek Apartments. IMPD confirms there was a shooting at the same location the day before, but they don't believe it's connected to this homicide.
If you have any information, heard something, saw something, we're driving by on West Michigan and possibly have information, please contact the IMPD.
Reporting on Indy's West Side, Sia New Yorker, 13 News.
Thank you, Sia. And the Marion County coroner is identifying the man killed in a shooting on the east side of Indianapolis.
58-year-old Daryl Williams died in that shooting last night on South Emerson near East Washington Street. Happened about 11 o'clock.
Police have not released any information about any possible suspects. And let's bring in Matt. He has been following weather for us. It has been a lot of beautiful days, but we have had some dry, beautiful days.
Doesn't sound like we're going to get a whole lot of rain in the next few days either, Matt.
No, it's really the haves and the have-nots when it comes to rainfall. In fact, right now, you kind of saw those gray skies just a moment ago.
Yeah.
If you look towards the sun, you may see one of these. This is a sun halo. In fact, centuries ago, Native Americans were some of the first to recognize when you see something like this, you probably have some rain on the way. And guess what? We've got rain on the way, but not everyone's going to get some. If you live south of Indianapolis, you've got some shower chances. In fact, the new drought came out today. It's been expanded. Here's what we need: 1 to 3 inches across much of the state, especially eastern Indiana and southern Indiana, and then up to now a level 2 drought there towards Evansville. Here's what we're going to get. Not a lot. You live in southern Indiana. Once you get south of Bloomington, so Bedford, Seymour, we're looking a little bit better. Maybe an inch, maybe a little bit more than an inch as you head a little bit farther to the south. But for many of us, it's going to be slim pickings over the next 24 hours when it comes to rain. Right now, the center of Francine just chugging along, Mississippi River coming into Memphis next. Those clouds are slowly increasing. This is the reason why we had that sun halo. You get some upper level ice crystals from the outer edge of this tropical system. That's why we got the sun halo. It's about 50 miles away with some of those showers. Coming up, we're going to take a closer look at who's going to get the rain and who may stay mainly dry. We'll have that timeline for you here in a bit.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Matt. We have some alarming numbers to share with you from IMPD today. The chief confirms to the City County Council the number of sworn officers on our streets right now is at an historic low.
That's right. This is an issue that we have covered before, something that the department has been working on. And tonight, Marion County reporter Lauren Kostick shares the new comments from the chief and then how many officers the department still needs.
It's a problem that seems to get worse every year.
They are tired. We're all tired.
IMPD Chief Chris Bailey being honest and transparent to the council Wednesday while presenting his proposed 2025 budget.
And currently we have the lowest number of sworn officers we've had in the history of IMPD.
As of this week, the department has 1,464 officers wearing the badge, but the city is budgeted for more than 1,700. That means IMPD is short nearly 300 officers. As a result, the department is spending millions on overtime and officers are facing burnout.
And right now we have not slashed any of our services or told community members that we won't be showing up on their particular run, but we're very close to that.
And coming up at 6, hear from the president of Indy's FOP about these staffing challenges and why he says it's a recipe for disaster. In Indianapolis, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.
And we know there have been times where pay has been an issue here. In recent years, IMPD has actually given raises to veteran officers, increasing salaries for recruits, and pushed out a more than $1 million marketing campaign, all to make these jobs a lot more attractive. And this year, they're also partnering with the Colts and a new program that's called Interview Now.
A lot of other cities facing the same challenge right now. An execution date is now set for an Indiana man convicted of killing 4 men back in the 1990s. The order says Joseph Corcoran must be put to death no later than December 18th. That order coming from the state Supreme Court. A jury found him guilty in 1997 of killing his brother, his sister's fiance, and their friends. Corcoran's attorneys, they have argued for years against this execution, though, because they say he's mentally ill.
And we've got more ahead. This is a top story we've been following since we first heard the news. We're investigating a former IU team doctor.
We are breaking down what the process could look like. That's ahead at 5:30. First at 5, Hurricane Francine slams into Louisiana.
We've been talking about how devastating Mother Nature can be. We're going to show you the damage. We'll take you there, show you what the Category 2 storm is leaving behind. Plus, Springfield, Ohio in the national spotlight again.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the threats made across that city today, and no more debates.
Why former President Trump says he is not going face-to-face with Vice President Kamala Harris again. We've got that, so much more coming ahead. You are watching 13 News at 5.